Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rita Mustika. You can call me Ria. I'm from Jelajang Akor Village, Pamekasan, and I'm from the elementary school teacher education study program class 1. Article information title: Implementing contextual teaching and learning models in Islamic religious education learning authors as Bahrul Ulum and Imam Shafi'i. Source: Academics Journal of Teaching and Learning Volume 1, date of publication September 2022. 2. Introduction: PAE learning, which is the sense of worship, of course, is not only limited to the theory given but also connects the material presented with the surrounding environment and the real-world station of studies, so that it can give birth to a scientific attitude towards PAE concepts. Ilmi et al. 2021, Pakpahan and Habibah 2021. To help students understand PAE concept, a learning model that directly connects learning material with students' real experience in everyday life is needed, namely the contextual teaching and learning, or TTL, learning model. Remember et al. 2021. The authors has made observations at SD Negeri Bangkalan, Pasuruan City, learning at Bangkalan Elementary School, Pasuruan City. To get the first knowledge about the CTL learning model in PIE learning, based on the research context described above, we are interested in conducting a study entitled Implementation of Contextual Teaching and Learning Model in PIE Learning at Bangkalan State Elementary School, Pasuruan City. The purpose of this article to analyze the planning, implementation, and supporting and inhibiting factor in the implementation of the contextual teaching and learning model in PIE learning at Bangkalan Elementary School, Pasuruan City. 3. Theoretical framework. This research uses descriptive qualitative research data collection techniques used in the study were interviews, observation, and documentation. In data analysis, the researcher used qualitative data analysis approach, validation of data using triangulation, implication, and peer correction. In this study or observation, respondents were several administrators, teachers, and students of SD Negeri Bangkalan, Pasuruan City. By using qualitative methods, the evidence botanic is more perfect, more abundant, convincing, and meaningful, so that the research objectives can be achieved. The use of qualitative methods is considered effective in this study because it used three basic reviews, namely the problem of using the contextual teaching and learning (CTL) learning model in PIE learning at Bangkalan Elementary School Pasuruan is uncertain and led to the circumstances of the individual holistically. It takes simple fit to the variables that we've been arranging. For result and disposition, planning of CTL learning model in PIE learning at Bangkalan Elementary School, Pasuruan City. This is by the planning of the CTL learning model in PIE learning at the Bangkalan State Elementary School, Pasuruan, which states the main components in planning the CTL learning model are as follows: syllabus, lesson plans, media and learning resources, student activity sets, student groups, and assessment. The teaching plan is the teacher's most important task. The teaching plan is the realization of the student learning experience that has been set in the core activities in the lesson plans. Teachers are given the opportunity really to analyze the syllabus according to the characteristics and conditions of the school as well as the ability to translate into teaching preparation, which is better called as APP. The preparation of the lesson plans at the Bangkalan State Elementary School, Pasuruan C7 CTL components in the core activities in PIE learning. B. Implementation of the CTL learning model in PIE learning at Bangkalan Elementary School, Pasuruan City. The requirements for the implementation of the learning process are 1. Study groups. The number of class for study groups at SD Negeri Bangkalan consists of 2 groups, each group consisting of 18 students and 20 students. So the number of study group in this study has met the criteria for the standard of the educational process. 2. Minimum workload of PIE teacher in SD Negeri Bangkalan implement a class teacher system starting for class 1 to class 4 by teaching PIE subject with a total of 24 hours of teaching course per week. 3. Textbox. The textbox used in SD Negeri Bangkalan for PIE learning use PIE printed books lent by the school library to 8 students in grade 4. In addition to are used to support the learning process, means to students' learning activities once a week. The implementation of learning is the implementation of the lesson plans that have been made in the planning stage of the CTL learning model in PIE learning at the Bangkalan State Elementary School. Pasuruan City, the implementation of PIE learning in class 4 is in initial activity preparing students to take part in PIE learning, attend students and active students to try delivering learning materials and objectives, perform a perception, for example by inviting, singing, and conducting questions and answer related to the subject matter to the task. Core activities. In the core activities of 4th grade PIE learning at SDN Negeri Bangkalan using the CTL learning model that focuses on 7 components of CTL learning, namely constructivism, inquiry, asking, learning community, reflection, authentic assessment. Finally, activities concluding PIE subject matters, conduction, reflection activities, carrying out assessments, conduction feedbacks activities, planning follow-up activities. Assessment of CTL learning models. In the CTL learning model in PIE learning at the Bangkalan Elementary School, Pasuruan City, and authentic assessment consists of 1 assessment of the affective domain, 2 assessment of the psychomotor domain, and 3 assessment of the cognitive domain. Based on the findings of this study, internal factors originating from the teacher influence the implementation of the CTL learning models in PIE learning at SD Negeri Bangkalan. These factors are related to the ability and knowledge of teacher about the implementation of the CTL learning model, which is focused on the 7 components of CTL. In addition, the teacher's creativity factor in each teaching and learning process in PIE learning also influences the implementation of the CTL learning model at Bangkalan Elementary School. 5. Conclusion and recommendation. Conclusion. The substantive findings of the implementation of contextual teaching and learning CTL learning models in PIE learning at Bangkalan Elementary School, Pasuruan are that a. Learning planning carried out by compelling learning tools will be more effective if the throughout the plan to listen and listen to plan activities. Listens to plan activities are used as a reflection of the PIE learning process that has been implemented in class 4. B. Implementation of the contextual teaching and learning (CTL) learning model in PIE learning at Bangkalan Stage Elementary School, Pasuruan includes the requirements for the implementation of the learning process, which explains learning groups, the minimum workload of PIE teachers, textbooks, classroom management, implementation of learning, which explaining the binary activities, assessment, explaining attitude assessment, skill assessment, knowledge assessment. Recommendation. These articles show implication in abstracts and give recommendation for next research in the end conclusions. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.